if you just look at the game sort of objectively, you'd think, well, surely if you're defending, all you need to do really is to just sort of hold one spot. So does it really matter if you know everything else that's happening on the map? The problem is once you lose someone on the CT side, you need to start rotating and moving around. And if you're a newcomer to the team, if you're a stand-in, maybe you don't know exactly how everyone else moves, and that's a big problem. I like the attempt from Cajun, but he's gonna go down to Carrigan, who obviously saw that coming. He was scoped up on top of that smoke all the while, so big problem there for Dignitas.
More than ready to deal with it. That's again, just Astralis. It's kind of been their go-to. Apart from the one round where they really just charged towards the B site, they had that read. They knew what Dignitas were going to do, trying to push mid. So they just charged onto B Astralis. Every round apart from that, pretty much, it's just been them sitting and waiting for Dignitas to make the play. You're going to go aggressive, Dignitas? We're just perfectly happy to just sit and wait and run this clock down, because we know that you have to go for information plays. You go for the information play at the beginning to spot us at mid, and then eventually around the minute mark, you're going to have to go for another one, especially now that you're down a man. Dignitas need to actually try and make something happen here.
They got that same setup, and it's one that Cloud9 used to love to run. Sean Gers would do this a lot, and I always hated it. I don't think Sean and I ever quite agreed on it, but my issue is that if Rubino misses a shot here, or if he's just smoked out, then MSL is alone entirely, so that's a big problem. But he's going to sneak up right into Dupree, and he ends up losing that fight. Bit of a problem there. Now, Rubino trying to see if he can maybe bring it back in favor of his team. He's got the AWP in hand and looking for another shot in. Bit of a shoulder peek coming out. 20 seconds left though, and now he's going to get snuck up in. Glaive, really good movement coming out, but down to the B bomb side, it's Config defending against the bomb. Device, if he goes down, the round might be lost, and I think he just realized, going to connect with the spray. 10 seconds left, and Sipnix somehow gets the kill.
This is wild. How are they doing this? Astralis, like they get control of that A site, and then they're already rotating that bomb down. This is the problem with playing so passively, is that you're really not giving yourself a whole lot of time to play with. Now it's Tensky and Dupree, 1v1. Tensky just gonna stick it. Dupree charging forward, he's just barely gonna make it in time. And the steps that pulls Tensky off of that bomb defuse. So now he actually has to go and fight Dupree. Will get the spot. Makes it perfectly clear that he knows where Dupree is coming from, and Dupree now the one dancing on the edge. Tensky trying to pull a fast one on with the USP, and he's gonna get it. He has enough time for the defuse as well with that kit. Lives with 6 HP, and those guys are like on the other side of the hall, and I can hear him shouting from here. So Dignitas pumped. That's another clutch for them.
Tensky actually had the AK, and he just never reloaded it. That seems like some next level type madness, because I'm sure he could have probably done that, but I'm not even convinced he couldn't have stuck the defuse the first time around to maybe just straight get it, but that's obviously a big risk as well. I think he might have had just enough time to actually do that. So 7-4 as a scoreline here, and Dignitas still staying alive in spite of a really great fake. That was really impressive sort of tactical depth coming out of Astralis, but they somehow managed to still throw away the round. So now we're back to Tech9s and armor and a hell of a lot of grenades.
Yeah, just straight force here, no respect, and it's going to be the charge out onto the B site. The bomb is waiting by Monster, but they've got control of stores. There's going to be going straight up short, and it's on Tensky and Config now to hold. Config did a lot of damage in the last round, and he continues to do so here. He takes down Dupree. Tensky on the side is going to spot the wrap from Kerrigan, but it is still a 3-on-3 somehow. Astralis are finding these trade kills, and they will get a bomb plant.
Oh, how did Device get that kill on Tensky? Cajun was scoped up there, so he got the instant return, but that looked a bit ridiculous now. The bomb is planted a little bit further back than you normally would, so that's going to really help out Astralis. Again, not really a standard plant, and I absolutely love that. That smoke is going to help out a little bit. And Sip now hiding in the corner. They're going to boost on top to see if they can maybe spot it. Glaive is in a great position. He jumps and gets the kill on Rubino. And now all on Cajun. And this is not easy. He has got the kid. He's going to hold it down. He's actually got his back turned. He's just going to commit to it. And it will be Glaive the stand-in, picking up a triple kill here and making it 8 rounds for Astralis. Very good job indeed. And speaking of Glaive, overall, doing a pretty good job. 11 kills on him. Device on the top, which is what we like to see. But the fact that Glaive is doing fairly well right now, that's a sign of worry, I think, for everybody else who's in the tournament.
Yeah, he's holding his own right now. Lady Luck giving him a bit of a wink in that round as well. I mean, he lives 2 HP. Like, if he jumps to spot Rubino, he should die. Like, just die. Rubino's already watching short. He should just never make it through. So Rubino falls short for his team in that round. Unfortunately for Dignitas, they're back to pistols. It's almost like the theme of this first half. They'll get around where they have rifles, great, but then they're right back to pistols again, and it's Astralis controlling the situation. Glaive with the pop flash attempt over in Connector, and again, Team Dignitas, they are trying to set up a lot of traps over here in Connector this time around. They've got 3 players ready and waiting with the triangle.
Yeah, you would think, wouldn't you, that it was the police that would sort of always have money, being government funded and everything.
Right.
But, apparently that's not the case right now, and it does cause a lot of trouble. And you can, it also almost a sign of desperation that they did go for the buy-up here, that they didn't try and save, right? That means they know they're under a lot of pressure to try and get back into it. And again, a very slow and careful style coming out. The only one taking any risk, again, is Glaive. And oh no, MSL
The smoke
not
went
saved.
off. It went off too late. He actually threw the smoke to cancel it.
That's almost worse, isn't it?
Yeah, right? Like insult to injury. He actually throws the smoke and it doesn't go off in time to save him. Oh, that's painful. All right, well, a little embarrassing for MSL. Still, they do trade 1-for-1, so the setup works. And this time, the guy who picks up the AK has Kevlar. Rubino, he's got that gun once again, so let's see if he can actually put it to good use here, because he is going to be on that A site. He gets spotted immediately by Device. Device looking to try to pounce on this. 28 seconds left in the round. Again, Astralis, they keep running down this clock. They're just giving themselves such a small window for, well, they're giving Dignitas a pretty good window to actually shut things down, to screw things up for them in the round. Especially
because Cajun is wrapping around really quickly, coming up from behind the connector. He's actually right behind a free. Kerrigan moving in here, trying to see if he can get the bomb plant down. Only 10 seconds. Cajun picking up a double kill, coming in with a flank, and not even going to be a bomb plant here. A big win for Dignitas. Astralis off to a good start, but it crumbled at the end, and now could get a bit interesting on the other side. The terrorist team, they are running out of money, and they're going to force up as well. Wow. That's, again, a pretty big commitment here.
It's not even a quasi-buy. They are just going backs to the wall here. And they realized, well, last time we went for a force, we rushed B, it worked. So let's just keep doing that. We have 2 rounds left in this half. If we get a bomb plant, we'll be able to force again in the next round. And so Astralis, yeah, they're just rinsing and repeating. They've only rushed B, and it's, again, just straight in. There's the HE to try and slow things up. They body block the smoke grenade. Kerrigan takes point, spots the man behind Toxic, and he will find the kill just before going down, but Config is still alive in pit, and he gets both kills. This is quickly falling apart now for Astralis as Config just wipes them out. The ace for Config. And that was perfectly played by him, falling back, sacrificing his teammate, sure, but if you're going to get all 5 kills behind it, that's a worthy bait. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, great intuition coming out of Config as well. He does a pretty cool mix of playing very defensively, and then he actually, as they're setting up, he switches into playing aggressively once again. So just tries to catch them off in the middle of that push. That's going to put us in the 15th round, the last of the half here. And Astralis, either way, they're going to be satisfied with 8 rounds, but it's encouraging to see Dignitas starting to come alive a little bit here, and especially with Config getting an ace like that, should maybe put the team into overdrive, or at least encourage them a little bit.
Well, this bodes well for Dignitas. If Config is awake and he's hitting shots, he's one of the key players along with Cajun B. Both of them have been doing a fair job here for Dignitas so far. And well, again, they deliver. MSL is going to find Kerrigan at Cajun B, picks off Zipmix, and Cajun B will end the half. 2 kills, 3 kills total for him in the last round, and that's 7-8. Dignitas trail, but now they go into that T side, and if they win that pistol, it's going to be just brutal.